Welcome to the Song People Podcast with your host, Rick. The New York indie scene is alive and well, laying down a vibe that is causing a stir everywhere. Bands such as The Virgins, MGMT and Vampire Weekend, among others, have been living up to the attention that they received last year. These cool new bands were tipped by all the majors of the printed press and have created massive outpourings on the internet and blogosphere. Spin, Rolling Stone and NME all saw the potential in these young bands. Now, almost a year later, the bands have released their debut albums and have been going from strength to strength. This new wave of American talent has been lapping at our shores. The Virgins have been to Europe several times, notably playing Paris Fashion Week a while back and recently returning to the City of Love. MGMT, formerly The Management, and Vampire Weekend have both been hitting the European festival circuit, including here in the UK and in Iceland. New York has always been a beacon in the musical world, nurturing talent that has gone on to storm the world. This latest iteration of New York Cool is being led by bands such as The Virgins, MGMT and Vampire Weekend. They reflect the diversity within the US, with Vampire Weekend clearly being influenced by West and Central African music, as well as Western classical music. The Virgins, on the other hand, play straight indie rock and have been selling out in New York and recently in Europe at most of their gigs. Representing a certain slice of New York cool, it doesn't hurt to have two former models in the band and a host of A-list celebrity friends with which to party with. Friends with designers Agnes B and Henry Holland and British model Agnes Dean, the group are one of the coolest groups to emerge from the Big Apple in recent years. MGMT have taken a slightly different route to fame. Their recent release of their debut album, Oracular Spectacular, has been acclaimed by the press since it hit the shelves. Taking their brand of psychedelic rock, the band have managed to create a sound that is both different but at the same time reassuringly familiar. The album features the title track from their earlier released EP, Time to Pretend. The band are also open in their praise for their producer, David Friedman of the Flaming Lips fame, who got to work on the new album. David ended up running the tracks through this thing that crushed them and made them sound really gross again. They're a lot better now, they said to Rolling Stone. These cool bands from New York are living up to the expectations as trendsetters, and we can only look forward to their next releases. If you can't wait until then catch all three on tour in Europe at the moment. Thanks for listening.